Now, Russell Crowe is enjoying one of the biggest box office successes of his career. The actor's new superhero movie, Man of Steel, has made $400 million worldwide just so far.
Now, I sat down with him along with his hunky co-star Henry Cavill, whose role as Superman has sent him on the fast track to fame.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S.
How about super?
Excuse me.
It's the biggest, loudest, most expensive Superman movie ever. Man of Steel reinvents the superhero franchise once again and makes a star of British actor Henry Cavill in an iconic American role.
Physically, this Superman is different. You know, the hairy chest, the unshaven look.
I've always been a big fan of the Death of Superman comics, the sort of modern age, and he always had a hairy chest. And I have a hairy chest, so I thought, why not? Go with that.
There's a difference below the belt too. Superman's signature red undies are gone.
There was no point in having the undies on the outside. I mean, if kids saw undies on the outside now of a superhero character, they wouldn't understand it without their dad explaining that's just cool and that's the way it is. They'd think it looks silly.
You do wear undies on the inside, though, of a suit like that.
Yes.
Man of Steel is a welcome payoff for Henry. He was passed up for Superman 8 years ago when Brandon Routh scored the role, and he was a contender to play James Bond, but that went to Daniel Craig. The road to fame has been a tough one.
I understand that at school you were bullied. You were quite badly bullied. You were known. Is it true that you had a nickname, Fat Cavill?
Yes, Fat Cavill was my nickname, but it made a lot of sense because my name was Cavill and I was fat. And so
That's terrible.
Kids were mean to me and they teased me, sure. And it makes it tough when you're in boarding school because you don't go home every evening. But that's what kids do, and it's all part of growing up.
You will guide them. You will give them hope. That's what this symbol means. Hope.
Russell Crowe plays Superman's biological father in the film. It's a role that's made him a cool dad to his young sons, Charles and Tennyson.
You say you did this movie for your boys. This is sort of the first movie, I guess, that they can actually go and see.
The fact that I have a 6 and 9-year-old when I was, talking about making this movie, that definitely came into play, because, there's too many decapitations in Gladiator, there's, prostitution scenes and Les Mis, there's, I don't usually make movies the kids can go and see.
Yes.
Goodbye, my son. Our hopes and dreams travel with you.
He'll be an outcast. I'll kill him.
How? He'll be a god to them.
I hear you were put on a specific diet by Warner Brothers for this. And might I say, you look fantastic in the suit, looking good. Tell us how hard this diet, tell us about the diet.
My normal day, on a day of prep for this, would be like a bike ride in the morning, a huge weight session, followed by a bike ride, followed by a walk, followed by probably a swim, and then some other form of weight exercise or like a high-level aerobic exercise at the end of the day. That was every single day.
Wow.
And you're doing that on, a lot of the time was 2,400 calories, but then, when I got tightened up to like 1,800 calories. So that's kind of difficult, that physical output and that small amount of fuel. But then you have to look at what the fuel is, It was basically a meal plan from go to woe, and you had these, very small amount of selections you could have, and that was all you could eat, and that was a contractual obligation,
Lucky for us, Russell came bearing gifts for the whole Sunrise team, a CD of his new music.
To Mel before she leaves.
Okay. She'll love that. Thank you, Russell.
That's for the newsreader lady.
Nat. She will love that too.
Who I met at the Domain. She's a really nice lady.
Yeah.
That's for Koshi.
Okay.
It might be a bit too deep for Koshi though, some of those songs. Yeah.
Look,
the girls might have to explain some of the finer emotional points.
Has it got the lyrics in here? As long as he can read along.
So it'd be good.
Perfect.
And Mark.
Yeah, Brett's. Yep, cool.
And
are you sure you've got enough?
I know.
Oh,
you.
me.
There you go.
Thanks, Russell. That's very kind. It's not often you come to interview a celebrity and go away with a present like this.
Oh, no, we do it all the time.
Love it.
You should have been here yesterday. We were giving away cars.
He's like Oprah. So there you go. There's your seat, dude.
I can't believe
You can have barrettes, and here's for Mel.
He remembered me when I met him at the Domain and gushed all over him because I think Inside is one of the greatest movies.
At Carol.
Yes.
He did remember you.
I know. Didn't.
He is the best actor we've ever produced. I reckon.
He's a good man. I like
And he's so
him.
comfortable
really
in
like
his own skin now, too, isn't
Isn't
he?
he?
You know, I mean, Australians have had a kind of a relationship with him over the years, but he's a really cool guy.
You were flirting more with him than Henry, I thought.
Well, Henry wasn't returning any
Henry
of the
was
flirting,
not
I'd say.
hitting any
Didn't
of the
give him
tennis
anything.
balls back, so...
Well, you asked him about his undies.
Well,
I
he
don't
was
think
just serious. He was a very serious young
Earnest.
actor, yes. And Rusty's good fun.
It's a good lesson for you
Oh, thank
yesterday
you.
because you were, dissing Russell as being a bit old and really looking forward to him. It just shows
know
good
whether she
looks
I
doesn't,
didn't say
doesn't
Rusty
count
was
more for personality.
I think it's a bit harsh on Sam.
Yeah, I didn't say he was too old yesterday. I just
think
said
you
he
said he
plays
was
the
a father.
father.
I don't think she said that at all.
All right. Soon on Sunrise.
Oh, can I just say, Rusty watches Sunrise, so good morning, Russell, if you're watching.
thank you very much.
And thank you.
Inside it.
I'll concentrate when I read.